Hey everyone, this is Sonic the Hedgehog, and today I will be reading you all Ice Age 4 Continental Drift 2011 version, an Ice Age Lost movie creepypasta. This is in the Spinpasta wiki and was written by none other than the Shadow Lioness. The Shadow Lioness, if you're watching this, thank you for giving us your permission to read your stories. Without further ado, everybody, let's get reading. To start this off, how many of you guys have seen the Ice Age movies? If you have, then I say you had a great childhood. I've seen all 5 of the Ice Age movies, and I've got all 5 movies on DVD. But there's one Ice Age movie that I saw was really messed up. Why is that, you may be asking? Well, let me tell you my story. It all happened in 2016. It wasn't a good year for me. I had to be picked up from school one day. I wasn't feeling well with the flu. It was 2 weeks before the exams, at least for the semester. My mom picked me up from school and drove me home. She had to do a few errands, so she dropped me off at my house. She said that she'll be back in a while. I walked in the house and then to the living room. Then I sat on the living room couch in front of the TV. There was my Wii and I powered it up. I was going to play a game, but I didn't really feel like playing any games. Not even any Mario games. I decided to go to the Wii store and look to see some movies on there. I scrolled through to find the Ice Age movies. There was Ice Age 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I saw something that caught my eye. It was a copy of Ice Age Continental Drift, but it was different. The title of the movie was Ice Age Continental Drift 2011. I wasn't expecting that. I did find weird things in stores before, but I didn't expect to see that movie. Was the Wii store hacked or something? I asked myself. Maybe the Wii store was hacked. It might have been hacked for all I know. But I didn't care if it was hacked or not, as long as a hacker didn't mess up the Wii store. Then I decided to watch the Ice Age movie. I bought the movie and it only cost me $9. I went to get a snack and even a can of soda, and then sat back down on my couch. I pressed play on the Wii remote, and the movie started. It starts off with Scrat and his acorn, very common in the Ice Age movies. And there was always something that goes wrong with Scrat does. The scene then transitions to Manny and Ellie. They were talking about their teenage daughter. Relax, Manny, Ellie said to her mate. It's where the kids hang out. But Manny didn't listen to what his mate said. She tells Manny that Peaches is not a little girl anymore. The next scene shows Peaches heading towards the falls. Manny got in front of his daughter to stop her. You're not supposed to go into the falls alone, Manny said to Peaches. He takes his daughter home. Peaches wasn't happy with what her father was doing. He wouldn't let her go to the falls and started hanging out with her friends. Ugh, come on, Daddy, Peaches groaned. She was annoyed with her dad. When will I ever be allowed to hang out with boys? When I'm dead, Manny replied. Diego shows up with Sid in the next scene. This next scene shows Sid's family arriving. They greet Sid and his friends. I was enjoying this movie. It was like from the movie that I know. The next scene transitions to Peaches in the falls. She sees Ethan, another mammoth that she likes. Peaches walks down the falls. She slips on the ice and then crashes into Ethan. One of the female mammoths looked at her. She, along with her 2 friends, were disgusted. Oh, God, isn't that girl with a possum? One of the mammoths said. Her name was Steffi. Her coat was a chestnut color. Ethan and Peaches both got up. but they were stuck with their tusks jammed together. Ethan, I'm so sorry, Peaches said. She stopped talking and started daydreaming. When Manny shows up in the scene, he just had it with Peaches not listening to him. You, Manny said to Ethan. He gets the two mammoths unstuck. Then he pushes Ethan out of the way. Keep away from my daughter. Then Manny turned to Peaches. Everyone was staring at her and Manny. And you, young lady, you're grounded, Manny added. Peaches runs off out of the falls. Manny follows her. How could you do this to me? Peaches asked her father. She was walking away from him. You disobeyed me, Manny replied. Peaches groaned. She was tired of being treated like a little girl. You can't control my life. I'm trying to protect you, Manny explained to Peaches. That's what fathers do. Peaches looked at Manny. She wasn't going to keep having the overprotective father eating her. She was arguing with her father. It lasted longer for some reason. Well, Peaches turned to her father. I wish you weren't my father at all. Peaches screamed at her father. She walks away as Ellie looked at Manny. She saw what happened. She's just upset, Manny, Ellie explained to her mate. Then a rumbling sound was heard, followed by a loud crack. Ellie looked at her mate. What was that? She asked. I don't know. Stay there. I'll come to you, Manny said as he walked to Ellie. The ground breaks, and Manny, along with Sid and Diego, were carried away by the ice on land that broke. Manny looked to see Peaches and Ellie. Go to the land bridge. You'll be safe there, Manny said to his family. No, Manny, no, Ellie screamed. I'll meet you there, Manny shouted. Get out of here. Soon Manny, along with Sid and Diego, were on the ocean. No matter how long it takes, I will find you, Manny said. Peaches started to cry at this point. What she said about Manny not being her father, well, she regretted saying that. Mom, this is all my fault. If only I didn't. Peaches was cut off by her mother. It's not your fault, sweetie, Ellie said to her daughter. What if I never see him again? Peaches asked. She was trembling with sobs. And the last thing we did was fight. Hey, Ellie raised her trunk to hold her daughter's head. Your father is the most stubborn mammoth I ever met. He'll come back for us, I promise. With that being said, Peaches cries in her mother's trunk. The next scene shows Manny, Sid, and Diego on a piece of land. They were being sailed away from land. Then a storm happens while they were out on the sea. As the storm went on, the next scene shows Ellie and Peaches rounding up all the animals. That wall is going to knock us all off, Ellie explained to the herd. We need to get to the land bridge. With that being said, the herd agreed with Ellie as she led the herd to safety. Peaches sighed in sadness. She regrets saying something hurtful to her father. We're gonna survive this, Louis said to Peaches. She felt a bit better with Louis comforting her. The next scene transitions to Manny along with Sid and Diego on the sea. They soon found out that Sid's grandma was alive and slept through the storm. I can't believe you slept through the storm, Manny said in surprise. The next scene shows Scrat underwater. He found a map that leads to an acorn heaven or something. The scene cuts to Manny with his friends again. They see a bird in the sky. He shouts at the bird to get its attention but flies off. Wait, come back! A few seconds later, a ship appears and Manny can see it. There must be animals on there. Manny cheered as the ship stopped and came to view. The animals got into view to see Manny and his friends. There were a seal, a kangaroo, a badger, or what seems to look like it, a boar, a seagull, a bunny, and of course, there was a saber-toothed tiger. Ahoy down there, a voice called out. Another large animal came into view. He was a large ape. Captain Gut at your service. He greeted Manny and his friends. Look, we don't need any trouble, Manny said. We just need to get back to the continent. Captain Gut and his pirates laughed. They didn't say anything but laugh. My family's there, Manny explained. And this is where I will stop for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog reads Ice Age Continental Drift 2011 version.